Here is something most women over 60 have never been told, and it can completely change how you get dressed every morning. The shoe is the most aging part of an outfit when it's wrong, and the most rejuvenating when it's right. Not the dress, not the hair, not even the makeup, the shoe, because it sits at the base of your entire look. It's the foundation everything else stands on, and the wrong choice, often made out of habit or comfort, is quietly adding years to your appearance. Today, we're calling out 5 of those common shoe mistakes, honestly and without judgment, and replacing each one with something better. Something more flattering, more modern, and more elegant. 5 mistakes, 5 simple fixes. Let's get into it. 1. Thick orthopedic-looking shoes with no style consideration. Let us begin with the most common and the most aging shoe mistake that women over 60 make, and handle it with the honesty it deserves. Thick, orthopedic-looking shoes. The kind with heavily cushioned soles, wide toe boxes, Velcro fastenings, and a general aesthetic of pure function with zero consideration for style, are aging a significant number of women over 60 every single day. And the reason they are so aging is not simply that they look unglamorous. It is that they send a very specific signal about priorities, that comfort has been chosen so absolutely and so exclusively that elegance has been abandoned entirely. And that signal reads as giving up, not on heels, not on fashion, but on the idea that a woman over 60 still deserves to look as beautiful, as considered, and as put together as she did at any other point in her life. The fix is not to suffer in uncomfortable shoes. The fix is to discover that comfort and style are not mutually exclusive, and that there exists, right now, a wide and wonderful world of beautifully designed shoes that are genuinely comfortable and genuinely elegant simultaneously. A leather loafer with a cushioned insole, a block-heeled mule with a padded footbed, a well-made leather sneaker with arch support built into a clean, minimal design, a simple leather flat with a slightly cushioned sole and a pointed or almond toe. All of these prioritize comfort without abandoning elegance. All of them flatter rather than age. And all of them communicate that a woman over 60 has not chosen between feeling good and looking good, because she has refused to accept that she ever had to make that choice. 2. Very high stiletto heels that affect the way you walk. This mistake sits at the opposite end of the spectrum from the first, but it is equally aging, and for a very specific reason. A very high stiletto heel that causes visible discomfort, that affects the gait, that creates a shortened, careful, pain-managed walk, ages a woman more dramatically than almost any other single style element. Because elegance is movement, and movement that is restricted by pain is not elegant. It is visible effort. And visible effort is the opposite of the effortless quality that makes a woman look vital and refined at any age. Here is the truth about very high heels for women over 60. The foot changes with age. The padding in the ball of the foot thins. The joints become less flexible. Balance shifts. A heel that was manageable at 40 may genuinely not be manageable at 60. And wearing it anyway, at the expense of natural, fluid movement, costs far more in terms of overall elegance than it gains in height. The fix is a heel, because heels still do beautiful proportional work for women over 60, but a heel chosen for wearability rather than height. A block heel of 2 to 3 inches is stable, supportive, and adds the same elongating effect as a stiletto without the pain or the compromised gait. A kitten heel, low, slim, refined, adds elegance and femininity without requiring any sacrifice in comfort or movement. A wedge heel distributes weight evenly across the foot and allows a woman to walk with complete ease and complete grace. All of these are heels. All of them add the proportion and elegance that heels provide. None of them require a woman to choose between looking good and moving freely. 3. Shoes in poor condition worn with otherwise good outfits. This is the mistake that is most invisible to the women making it, and most visible to everyone around them. Shoes in poor condition, scuffed leather that has not been polished in months, Heels that have worn down to the metal pin and click on every hard floor. Soles that are coming away from the upper and flapping slightly with every step. Fabric shoes that have discolored and pilled and lost whatever freshness they once had. Each of these conditions sends a single, unmistakable signal that travels backward through the entire outfit and undermines every other elegant choice that was made that morning. The signal is, I did not finish getting dressed, because the shoe is the last thing seen, the foundation of the silhouette, the finishing note of the outfit. When it is in poor condition, the entire outfit reads as unfinished, as incomplete, as close to elegant, but not quite arriving. And not quite arriving is, in its own way, more aging than simply not trying at all. The fix is maintenance, consistent, regular, non-negotiable maintenance of every shoe in regular rotation. Polish leather shoes regularly. A good shoe polish costs almost nothing and takes 5 minutes. Replace worn heels before they reach the metal. A cobbler can replace a heel tip for a few dollars and extend the life of a shoe by years. Clean fabric shoes regularly and store them properly so they maintain their shape and their freshness. And conduct a regular audit of shoes in circulation, removing anything that is past the point where maintenance can restore it and replacing it with something simple, clean, and in excellent condition. A single pair of well-maintained leather shoes in a classic style will always do more for an outfit than 5 pairs of neglected ones. 4. Ankle strap shoes that cut the leg at the wrong point. This is the most technical mistake on this list, and one of the most consistently aging for women over 60 who are not aware of it. The ankle strap shoe. Not all ankle straps, but specifically the wide, horizontal ankle strap that sits directly across the ankle and creates a strong visual break at the narrowest, most elegant point of the leg. Here is exactly why this is so aging. The ankle is the narrowest point of the lower leg, and it is the point from which the leg's elegance and length are most powerfully read. When a wide horizontal strap cuts directly across this point, it creates a visual barrier that shortens the leg above it, draws attention to the width of the ankle rather than its delicacy, and interrupts the long, clean line from hem to floor that elegant shoe wearing is designed to create. The result is a leg that reads as shorter, heavier, and less elegant than it actually is. For women over 60, whose leg length may already be a proportion they want to maximize, this interruption is particularly costly. The fix is not to abandon strapped shoes entirely. It is to choose straps that are either very fine and delicate, barely registering as a visual break, or to choose shoes without ankle straps entirely. A slingback, with its strap across the back of the heel rather than across the ankle, creates security without the horizontal line. A simple slip-on mule adds elegance and ease without any strap at all. A classic pump in leather or suede creates the cleanest, most uninterrupted line from hem to floor available in women's footwear. Each of these options allows the leg its full length, its full elegance, and its full visual impact, uninterrupted by a horizontal line that was never serving anyone. 5. Shoes that do not match the outfit's energy or formality level. The final mistake is about harmony, and it is the mistake that creates the most widespread and most consistently unresolved styling problem for women over 60. Wearing shoes that belong to a completely different energy than the outfit they are paired with. A beautifully tailored trouser and silk blouse paired with heavy, casual athletic shoes, because they are comfortable, that completely drain the elegance from the polished outfit above them. A casual weekend outfit in relaxed linen paired with very formal, very structured heels that create a jarring formality mismatch that makes the entire look feel unresolved. A dressy occasion outfit paired with everyday flats that were not changed before leaving the house, because it felt like too much effort, that undermines every elegant choice that went into the rest of the look. In each of these cases, the shoe is not wrong in itself. It is wrong in context. It is speaking a different language from the outfit around it. And the result is an overall look that reads as unconsidered, as assembled without full attention, as almost elegant but missing something that nobody can quite name. The fix is to make the shoe the last, and most considered, decision in getting dressed. Not the first decision, not the habitual decision, not the comfortable decision by default. The considered decision. Look at the complete outfit. Assess its energy, its formality level, its color palette, its overall intention, and then choose the shoe that speaks the same language. A polished outfit calls for a polished shoe, a clean leather loafer, a simple block heel, a refined leather flat. A casual outfit calls for a relaxed shoe, a clean white sneaker, a simple sandal, a casual loafer. An occasion outfit calls for an occasion shoe, a heeled mule, a simple pump, an elegant strappy sandal in a quality material. When the shoe and the outfit are speaking the same language, when they agree on energy, on formality, on intention, the result is a complete look, a resolved look. A look that reads from head to toe as the work of a woman who knew exactly what she was doing, which is the most ageless, most elegant thing any woman can wear. 5 shoe mistakes, all aging, and all fixable, starting today with what you already own and a simple shift in awareness. Thick orthopedic shoes that sacrifice elegance for comfort, replace them with styles that offer both. Very high stilettos that limit movement, swap them for block heels, kitten heels, or wedges that balance comfort and proportion. Worn-out shoes that weaken an otherwise polished look. Fix this with regular care and honest editing. Wide ankle straps that cut the leg. Choose slingbacks, mules, or pumps that keep the line long and elegant. And shoes that don't match the outfit's energy. Fix it by making your shoes the final intentional decision. The shoe is the foundation. Get it right, and everything above it works. Get it wrong, and nothing fully recovers. Start getting it right. Today. If this helped you, subscribe for more. Share it with a woman who needs this. And tell me in the comments, which of these are you changing first?